Okay, so maybe you've been losing sleep at night wondering, what is Cornerstone Arts all about? Okay, here's a short history about Cornerstone. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Richard Montes who loved theater very much. And although his parents couldn't afford for him to take theater classes, he still loved it and did whatever he could to be in shows while he was in school. He was serious about theater outside of school. Too serious. In third grade, for example, he was chosen to be one of the three kings in a Christmas play for his church. Well, that could be a good thing, but no, not for Richard. He was mad because it was a huge problem. One of the three kings was a girl. Oh no! See, too serious. Well, when Richard was 10, he decided to start his very own theater. Hey, Steve Jobs isn't the only one who started in his garage. Both started in their garage, and both changed the world, and well, okay, only one went on to be a billionaire. At this point, we won't tell you who that would be. Anyway, Richard wrote his own show, made his own puppets, and used Mom's linens to make the curtains. He made and cut out his own tickets, gave them to the kids down the street, and produced his very first shows at the age of 12, until his mother confiscated the linens and the towels, that is, rats. Richard loved theater all his life, and as he grew, he did stuff for Disneyland, for television, for movies, and even theater. He lived for it. Richard was born again, and because he loved God, he decided to make the theater his ministry. What a better way to tell people about Jesus. Richard thought that if he loved it, so would everyone else. Well, in 1989, the Lord had Richard start Cornerstone Productions in Dallas. All the churches got really excited that there was a Christian theater with Christian shows in Dallas. Richard directed show after show of fun, colorful, and musical productions for the Christian people of Dallas, including The Promise in Glenrose. In 1993, he was invited to bring The Promise over to Moscow, Russia. The Iron Curtain had fallen, and now Christianity was being proclaimed from the Kremlin Theater in Moscow, Russia. Wow, what an opportunity. The Promise was invited again in 1994, and so Richard went back again. His heart was so happy, but at the same time, he cried for the poor people of Russia who needed to know the love of Jesus so that they could be happy too. In 1995, he started bringing his own shows that talked about God and the Bible. Other pastors from other churches heard about it and started inviting Richard and Cornerstone to do people for their members and in their country. He started traveling more and more, doing one show after another, telling people that Jesus loved them through the shows, and soon people around the world were smiling, especially Richard. Today, 8,000 to 10,000 people come to Jesus Christ through Cornerstone, which makes Richard very happy. But God doesn't want just for Richard to do this alone. God wants for others to help Richard reach other countries, and they can. This way, Richard isn't the only one reaching the world, but others, through their prayers and through their support, can help make the kingdoms of this world the kingdoms of our God and of His Christ. The end.